UK's military stands at a crossroads, grappling with a stark reality. Its capabilities are severely compromised. Defence Secretary John Healey's candid remarks signal a troubling assessment of the armed forces, revealing a readiness for operations, but a disheartening lack of preparedness for actual combat.
Just came around to say hello. I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
Healey's insights, shared on the Politico podcast Power Play, underscore a pressing concern within NATO regarding the alliance's deterrent power against potential aggressors. After over 100 days in office, Healey has acknowledged that the armed forces' condition is worse than anticipated. He emphasized, unless we are ready to fight, we are not in shape to deter. This admission resonates with senior military officials within the Ministry of Defence, MOD, who fear that any forced engagement in combat could lead to defeat.
The UK, in keeping with many other nations, has essentially become very skilled and ready to conduct military operations. What we've not been ready to do is to fight. Unless we are ready to fight, we are not in shape to deter.
The military's dire state was evident earlier this year when MPs on the Defence Committee warned that UK forces would be ill-equipped for a high-intensity conflict without urgent increases in personnel and resources. Sources within the MOD indicate that Healey is determined to effect change, yet he faces significant challenges. Funding shortfalls threaten to impose painful cuts unless the budget is dramatically increased. Critics highlight that Healey's remarks reflect a legacy of underfunding and mismanagement across multiple administrations. Former Defence Secretary Ben Wallace lamented that the ongoing defence review, set to conclude by mid-2025, diverts attention from the urgent need for increased budget allocations. While Healey's comments expose gaps in military readiness, Conservative MP James Cartledge defended the UK's strategic posture, citing the Trident nuclear program as a cornerstone of deterrence and recent NATO exercises involving nearly 20,000 personnel. Nevertheless, he acknowledged the urgency of replenishing munitions and addressing recruitment and retention challenges exacerbated by a competitive labour market. A Labour source defended the government's position, noting the largest pay rise for service personnel in over 2 decades, a stark contrast to the alleged neglect during the previous 14 years of Conservative leadership. In response to these criticisms, a government spokesperson reiterated the UK's commitment to national defence, asserting that its armed forces remain among the best globally, poised to operate alongside allies in preparation for any eventuality. However, as Healey's evaluation reverberates through the corridors of power, the question remains: can the UK revitalise its military readiness in time to meet the challenges ahead?